With linear equations, you have to work out the value of something. There are three types of linear equations you may come across. The first type take the format ax plus b equals c. The second type take the format ax plus b equals cx plus d. And the third type take the form of brackets, which have to be multiplied out. In this example, we have 4x minus 6 equals 16. Now there are two methods by which we can solve this equation. In the first method, we can bring the minus 6 over the equal sign, which changes its direction, i.e. makes a minus 6 into a plus 6, and this gives us the equation 4x equals 16 plus 6. 4x equals 24, therefore x equals 6. Another method by which we can solve this type of equation is to add 6 to both sides of the equal sign. By adding 6 to each side of the equal sign in this equation, the minus 6 and the plus 6 cancel each other out, and we express the equation in terms of x. For example, 4x minus 6 equals 16, and we add 6 to each side of the equal sign, we get 4x equals 24, and x equals 6. In the second type of linear equation you can come across, there is an expression on each side of the equation. In this linear equation, we have 4x minus 6 equals 2x plus 20. Again, there are two methods of solving this type of equation. We can place all the x's on one side of the equal sign and all the numbers on the other side of the equal sign. Simplify the equation and find a value for x. In this example, we can move the 2x across the equal sign, which makes it into a minus 2x, and we can move the minus 6 across the equal sign, which makes it a plus 6. You now have the equation 4x minus 2x equals 20 plus 6. 2x equals 26. X equals 13. Another method of solving this equation is to add 6 to each side of the equation and subtract 2x from each side of the equation. If we add 6 to each side of the equation, we get 4x equals 2x plus 26. And if we subtract the 2x from each side of the equation, we have 2x equals 26. Therefore, x equals 13. In the third type of linear equation, we have to multiply out brackets, which gives us an equation, and then we simplify the equation to find the value we are looking for. In this equation, we are told 3 upon x plus 2 equals 2 upon x plus 5. Multiplying the brackets out, we have 3x plus 6 equals 2x plus 10. Again, we can bring like terms together by placing all the x's on one side of the equal sign and all the numbers on the other side of the equal sign. The 2x can come across the equal sign and become minus 2x, and the plus 6 can go across the equal sign and become a minus 6. We would therefore have the equation 3x minus 2x equals 10 minus 6. And x equals 4. So how do we check our answers? The best way to check our answers is by substituting the value we have found into the original equations. In the type 1 equation, we had 4x minus 6 equals 16. We now place the value for x, which is 6, into the 4x, which gives us 24 minus 6 equals 16. As both sides of the equation are in fact equal, then the value of 6 we find for x is correct. In our second equation, we find a value for x, which was 13. If we replace this value into the original equation, we can ascertain whether this value is correct. In the original equation, we had 4x minus 6 equals 2x plus 20. This gives us substituted values of 52 minus 6 equals 26 plus 20, which is 46 equal to 46. As both sides of the equation are equal to each other, then this indicates the value of 13 we find for x is the correct value. Again, in our last example, we found a value for x which was equal to 4. If we place this value of the x back into the brackets and work the brackets out, we can ascertain whether this value is correct. In our original brackets, with 3 upon x plus 2 equals 2 upon x plus 5. When we place the value for x into the brackets, we have 3 upon 4 plus 2 equals 2 upon 4 plus 5, or 18 equals 18. Again, this expression is true. Therefore, the value we find for x of 4 is the correct value. Remember, in a linear equation you have to work out the value of something. And the way we do this is place all like terms together on each side of the equation. Once we simplify the values out, we can find the value for the expression we are looking for. And once we find the value for this expression, we can substitute this value into the original equation to check our answers.